So, what if an entire investment strategy for AI could be told as a story? Well, today we're diving into a really unique thesis that does exactly that. It uses a fictional character, Hannah Kim, to tackle one of the biggest questions in tech right now. We're going to break down her journey from a simple question to a pretty powerful conclusion. And this sentence right here, this is the heart of the entire thing. The whole argument is that we are not at the end of the AI boom. We are just getting started. So, what on earth does that actually mean for investors?
All right, here's our roadmap for following Hannah's train of thought. We'll start with the problem she's wrestling with. Then we get into this baseball analogy that kind of flips her perspective. After that, we'll dig into the hard numbers, big tech's role, and then look at where the next big wave of growth is going to come from. And finally, we'll see the exact investment call she makes.
Yeah, instead of kicking off with a bunch of spreadsheets and charts, this thesis starts with a story. It just drops us right into this simple, totally relatable moment to frame a multi-trillion-dollar question about the future of AI. So first, we meet our main character, Hannah Kim, and she's just at the gym working out. It's a familiar setting, right? But the source uses it to set the stage for this massive question about where tech is heading. And right on cue, there it is, flashing on a TV screen. Is this whole AI boom just another bubble waiting to pop? And that one single thought is what kicks off her entire analysis. So how did she even begin to answer that question? Is it a bubble or not? Well, not with data, at least not at first. It starts with a really simple but powerful analogy. So after her workout, her attention shifts from the business news to a World Series game. Now, it seems totally random, but this is actually where she finds her big answer. And watching that game, it's like a light bulb goes off. She realizes the AI revolution isn't in its final moments, like the ninth inning of a game. No way. It's only the top of the second. The game is barely even started. Look, an analogy is a great start, but it's not enough, right? You can't build an investment on just a feeling. To really prove it's not a bubble, Hannah has to follow the money. Where is the real, sustainable demand for AI actually coming from? So at this point, Hannah moves past the analogy. She starts to really stress test her whole second inning idea against the cold, hard realities of the market. And here it is, the core of her financial argument. This isn't just hype. The demand for AI is rock solid because every single major tech company is all in. And they're not just investing for some far-off future. The thesis argues they're making real money from AI right now. That creates an incredibly strong foundation for all this growth. Okay, so we're in the early innings. The demand is real, but what's next? Hannah's analysis now pivots to find the next major frontier for AI growth. And to do that, the story literally takes us out into the physical world. We now see Hannah behind the wheel of a Cybertruck. But get this, she's not actually the one driving. The truck's autonomous system is navigating the crazy, notoriously difficult streets of New York City. And this isn't just some cool detail, it's a living, breathing demonstration of the thesis' next big idea. And this experience leads to this whole concept of physical AI. See, most of the AI we talk about today lives on our screens, in the cloud. But the thesis argues that the next massive wave of growth will be AI that actually moves, touches, and interacts with the physical world, in our cars, our factories, our homes. And just like self-driving, that whole field is just getting off the ground. So with the analogy, the financial backing from big tech, and a clear path for future growth, all the puzzle pieces are now in place. It's time to make a move. Hannah has taken her initial nagging question about a bubble and turned it into a crystal clear investment thesis. She's connected the dots between the early stage of the market and the massive potential of physical AI. And this slide just lays it all out, super simple, in a 4-step strategy. Step 1 is the assessment. We're in the early innings. 2, the fundamentals. Big tech provides that solid financial floor. 3, the growth area. Physical AI is the next big thing. And all of that leads to the final action, buying a big tech ETF, which is basically just a basket of stocks, to invest broadly in all the key companies that are driving this future. And this leaves us with a final thought about the very nature of this source we just walked through. I mean, it's a powerful, super persuasive way to communicate an idea, but it also brings up a really important question for all of us. As complex analysis gets wrapped up in these compelling stories, how do we make sure we're responding to the data and not just falling for a really good narrative?